And Terry Campese to get us underway. And the Seagulls with 5 on origin duty, and Matt Orford sprinting to catch the kick-off for Jason King. And back to the 10-metre line with the first touch of the day. Tilse was the man around the legs, and now Bailey, who moves into the pack today, running back to the 20-metre line. Foran, the rookie, into 5'8". Now Glenn Hall, 25 metres out from the Manly line, with Ballon on for Perry. No thought of a pass, lovely low tackle. It was Carney getting in. That was outstanding. Now Kingy's second touch up to the 40-metre line for the Seagulls. Straightforward first set from them. And the first kick to the young bloke, Foran, getting it away and taken on the full by David Milne. Almost back to the 30-metre line. They were the standings going into today. The Raiders have had their 2 byes, so a 4-8 record this year. Manly with just the 1 bye and 2 points behind Penrith, who hold down 8th position. This is Kelly. He's the man into the starting side for Monaghan. And inside their own half, the Raiders. Buttress sends them away on the right to Tilse. This is a very big forward pack. A very tall forward pack with Canberra field. Tilse out there, tallest man in the competition. Tom Leroy Lars, Shillington coming off the bench. Scott Logan, it's a big pack. Raiders get through their first set. Robertson, the man across to it, the former Raider. And wrapped up 10 metres out from the line. Spot a lot of rain, field in good condition. Just a shower sweeping across the ground now. The Seagulls having possession, 15 out from their own line. Played by Simeula, and this is Rodney. Time net front on by Herbert and Carney. Ballon on for Matai. Running like a forward there. Got over the 30-metre line. Tongue was in defence with Buttress. Now Orford on it comes for Perry. Campese went up high there in the tackle. On with Croker and also Leroy Lars. Last tackle this time for Manly with Hall. I don't think he knew it. Orford's had to push the pass for Rodney. Then Matai. They've kept it going. Now T-Rex Williams out on the wing. Herbert's across there. Great pass for Foran. He's inside the 20. This is a miraculous try for Manly. A kid on debut has finished it off. Kieran Foran. Someone tell them it's the last tackle. Then again, who cares?
Well, they don't, and I'd say that is Kieran Foran's second touch of the football in the top grade. He kicked the ball in the first set of 6, and he showed good speed to get around the fullback Mill. He keeps his feet in the field of play.
There's the try. But as you say, the referee signalled 5th tackle, and they hit it up, and you thought, well, they don't realise it's the last play. And all of a sudden, they hit the panic stations. Here's the 5th and last. They pop it out to Glenn. He just hits it up like another forward. They can't wrap him up. He gets it out the back to Orford. Orford gets it on. Rodney on to Matai. Matai to Williams. Looks as though it's going to die here. They've got him covered, but he shrugs away and gets the ball brilliantly back on the inside to Foran, who then, in and away, outpaces the fullback Milne.
As close to the touchline as you can get. First kick of the day. Hung it out to the right. Swinging it back, just not enough. 4-0 in Sunday football. Manly against Canberra. Restart of play with Terry Campese in Canberra, who had a great run of scoring the first try in matches going in the last 10 matches. It scored 9 times the first 4-pointer. That run ends today. And this is Hall. He'll tell you he knew it was the last.
Yeah, well, they scored the first try in their last 7 encounters in a row. So they've got to play from behind this afternoon.
Played in that run was their first try against Melbourne, and they ended up getting towed up by 40. Seagulls on their 40-metre line. It's been a very steady start to the game from them. Ballon off a quick play the ball by Bailey. I thought he may have walked off the mark, or at the very least not got to his feet, but Manly get the penalty, and it's late in the count.
He's a very good player, Matt Ballon, and he's been one of their unsung heroes when he knows that there's a marker out of position or no marker at all. He takes off, and on that occasion He took off to get his side a penalty and was duly rewarded as Jason King, busy early in the game, tackled centre field, 35 out from the opposition line.
His fourth hit up for the match, King. And now for Hall with a bit of footwork there. 25 metres from the line. Seagulls keep attacking. Into centre field, Ballon away for Foran. He looks sharp inside with Bailey. 10 away from the line, and Canberra is a team under pressure. Foran, he's loving this. Farah, in only his second game for Manly, tackled 5 from the line. Now, Suniula, centre field. We haven't seen him in first grade since round 2. And that is the last tackle for Manly. Ballon back for Foran. Orford has got it. He'll kick over the top. He's turned Kelly around. Williams was there. Maddie's ended up with the ball, but Maxwell has ruled back to the 20-metre line. Over the sideline.
Well, Wimbledon not far away. It looked like an attempted backhand there from Tony Williams to get the ball back. The referee on the spot to call that one going forward, despite the celebrations of Steve Maddie. Let off there for Canberra, who work it out now from their own end.
So Canberra, a bit of a heart scare there for them. And now for Logan, who turns 33 tomorrow. Oldest man in the Canberra pack. Now away with Campese for Leroy Lars, and that was a good tackle, and the young Foran, who was down low on it, King over the top. That's a nice examination for Kieran Foran. First tackle you have to make. Kick to the corner, and Robertson across to it. They're all onside the chasers. Campese provides the push. So Manly start the set 10 metres out from their own line. And for all you fantasy coaches out there, it is a tough week for your NRL dream team with the buys and the state of origin making things difficult. To keep up to date on how you're going, go to the website www.nrl.com for all the details. Those of you who may have had some Manly players in your side, they've got 5 on rep duty. Played there by Perry. And again for Bailey. To move into the pack today, getting him involved. And now last tackle, it's Orford. Gets a run and a kick in. Croker back for it.
The thing I've liked about Bailey's performances in recent weeks is how he straightens the attack up. He's done a really good job of that, and even moving into the forward pack, I think that you'll still see Chris Bailey straighten the attack wherever possible, and Manly do benefit as Carney gets out of dummy half.
Young Blake Carney, who burst into first grade last year with a try-scoring streak. Now Tongue will play it just a few metres short of halfway. This is on for Logan. Now 5 metres inside Manly territory. Last tackle for the Raiders. Again, it's steady. Nothing all that exhilarating about it as Campese. Another kick to the corner, and Robertson won't have to play at it. And a 20-metre restart it will be. Let's go down to the sideline with Wally Lewis in State of Origin week. I know he's excited about Wednesday, but he's pretty keen on today's game as well.
And playing in the wonderful conditions that it is. I'm sure Canberra coach David Furner would be a little bit upset with the way that his Raiders players are just a little bit slow to get back on side at the moment. Every time the Manly boys have put the ball deep downfield, it's taken them at least 3 tackles to get the big men ready for the next hit-up.
Now Bailey up to the 40-metre line. Another hard-fought run for metres for Bailey in the back row. Now King, he'll get to halfway. Very impressive early. This is a Seagull side playing with great purpose at the moment. Now Orford inside is Rodney.
Well, not only that, Bossy, but the Raiders are off the pace. All the speed and energy is with the Manly side.
Last tackle, Maddie thought he had a marker offside. He's had some troubles of late in that department. Ball has gone high, Milnes underneath it. Milnes got it. He almost lost it. And he's been pushed back in goal for a line dropout.
It was a good kick and a good chase. The kick was placed perfectly. The Raiders were able to take it on the full, but unable to stay in the field and play. The chase led by Michael Robertson, as you pointed out, at 4 years at the Raiders. Hasn't missed a game since joining Manly from the Raiders. And with some help, put this side another set of 6 with Orford to pick up.
A wobbly line dropout, and Hall is ready to run, and he'll get back to the 30. Low was buttress to make the tackle with Tilse. Now Ballon, and it's another run for Perry. He's lifted his game over the last month or so as well, after a quiet start to the year. Test player from last year in the World Cup. Ballon across field. Foran runs a straight line into Campese. 15 from the line. Quick play the ball again for Ballon. Manly up by 4 points, and King has lost it.
Double breach.
And a double knock on the call, but it will be a Canberra feed.
Well, this could be dangerous.
And the lack of enthusiasm, Gus, to pack that scrum perhaps highlights your point even further. Now Tilse, they've seen no urgency to get play back underway. Tilse back to the 20 for the Raiders. Buttress out left with Campese. Again, Leroy Lars, and he's lost it in the tackle. And in fact, a penalty for the strip.
Wait, Terry, wait.
I thought I heard a sir in there. I think it was Campese who made the call to the referee for the stripping penalty.
He's a very polite boy. Very polite boy. But that is not a penalty, and should never be a penalty.
Leroy Lars with another run. And that 20-man squad for Origin has had a little sneak peek at the next level. Now Logan, 35 metres from the Manly line. Hall there in defence with Bailey. Buttress, centre field with Tilse, a dummy and run. And he's able to get just inside the 30.
It's all slow motion, isn't it? Even in attack, it's slow motion.
Buttress, a chance to spread the ball this time. Herbert, Milne's put it down. It will be a knock-on against Canberra. But Manly looking to move into the top 8 here. And certainly made the ideal start for him, getting that try in the 3rd minute. Young bloke on debut, just an absolute dream for him. And Williams hit over the top there by Tilse. 32 from their own line. Perry's ready to go again. It attracts 3 defenders. Buttress was low down. He's already made 14 tackles, the Canberra hooker. Manly on halfway. Tongue. And Harrison in that tackle. Now Orford across with Rodney. Rodney well tackled by Carney. He's got number 2 on his back, and he's playing in the centres. And the kick from Orford has got Milne on a scurry across to the corner. Picks it up right on his goal line. David Milne. And Orford, first man there. Everything Manly do, I said it early, is with purpose. They come here with a plan. And part of that, I think, is to grind Canberra into the dust. Campese up for Kelly. Kelly to run back to the 20. A bit more energy in that run. Now Croker. Logan ended up as a decoy. Croker almost squeezing through the defence to the 30-metre line. Buttress on for Leroy Lars. That time he got a head of steam going, but first contact on the big bloke has been good today. And again, it was Foran along with Hall to make the tackle. Now Herbert kicks. Last play for Canberra from inside the 40. On the bounce with Williams.
A little bit more energy from the Canberra side now. In fact, the Manly players are the ones slowly coming back. Josh Perry comes off the field, and young Foran just felt the physical nature of that last tackle. Stopping the shoulder as Tony Williams out of dummy half almost makes it to halfway, but that is 3 tackles.
Manly with Orford headed across field, and Bailey, Campese rushed up, and the ball has come loose. And he's real strip again.
Yeah, I think it was the other number 6 who got it. Terry Campese. Unfortunately for him, it was fairly evident to the referee. It was more out in the open than a hidden strip.
That time Gussie was, oh, sir, please. There it is there, Campese. And last weekend we saw the Panthers wear pink, and on Friday it was the Bulldogs turn, donning the pink socks. All this is to raise money for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, with the current One Community charity. To find out how you can also help, go to the website nbcf.org.au. Manly in great position, just 8 metres out from the Raiders line. 4-0 scoreline, 15 and a half into the match. Ballon throws flat, first touch of the ball, and Georgie Rose has come up smelling roses. The second try of his career. Big George has knocked the door down.
Well, I'm going to add one more on. I think you'll find it was his second touch, just like young Foran. Had a hit up earlier, and then he's just burst onto that one-on-one defence here. Very poor. That the outside in run, and that caught Bronson Harrison by surprise. And George Rose, who's been very, very good for Manly coming off the bench in recent weeks. Well, he extends the lead. It's about to be 10 in front, and the home side have the wind in their sails.
Alford successful, and credit to Manly too. They've stuck by the young bloke. 10-0 Wally.
And boys, front rowers never usually get credit for possessing a sidestep, but just have a look at the one this one produces. Bang, off the left foot, just gets him on the inside of the Canberra defence, and from there it's just all bash and barge, get over the line, one up for this afternoon so far.
Yeah, very well picked there, Wally. Didn't see the little left foot going back in. And you mentioned the club sticking by him. I remember that season, 2007, he backed himself, George Rose. He didn't sign a contract early in the season when he was offered one. He wanted to make himself more valuable, and he was doing so with his performances, but then the injury, and it's great to see him out there. Shane Rodney, who also has done very well since coming from Penrith, takes it forward.
I think you find George Rose right now, he's not on any great sum of money either. He's a member of the 17, and they took him over for the World Club Challenge as well earlier this year. Now King, I've liked his work this afternoon. 9 tackles, 9 hit-ups. On the 40, Alford is just the control of Manly. And as Gus says, the difference in the speed things are being done. Canberra need a burst of energy, and very quickly. Milne wrapped up there in the tackle of Foran.
Well, you can put the sprinklers on down the other end of the field. All the play's been up this end. We haven't used the other part of the field. And the Raiders don't look likely at the moment. I mean, games can change on one play or one penalty, but at the moment, they're not in this contest.
David Foran has sent Dave Shillington out there, hoping he'll make a bit of a difference. Here he is, his first touch, and that is not the difference, I think. I'm sure that is not the difference. He's dropped it. And one where the North Sydney Bears can say they're represented today with Foran on debut for Manly. That would hurt. And it goes for Williams. Williams is inside the 20. And Phil Hales from Asquith. And now Robertson twice showing the ball, and the man taken off the ball was Rose. He was knocked over by Leroy Lars. 10 out from the line. Referee has seen that. They may even come back for it. That won't please Gus. Farrow is held up 2 metres from the line. And now Ballon away for Alford. Alford inside. Maddai's got some dancing feet happening. And in fact, they've got... Well, this is interesting.
Obstruction, can't play on. We've got a touchy in for that.
Well, here we go for an obstruction play, but I've got a feeling they might go back for the George Rose incident that involves Tom Leroy Lars, which I reckon I've never seen before. That you've waited until a penalty against the attacking team to go give them a penalty.
If he hasn't got it, stay out of it.
It's ridiculous.
Here, mate.
They throw a dummy to George Rose, and Tom Leroy Lars just gives him a little reminder. Throws the dummy to him. There, hit, bang. That's footy. There's nothing wrong with that.
And it is 2 tries and 2 goals to the Seagulls in Sunday footy. The Premiers looking good. And among the fans here for Manly today, their Origin contingent, also Brett Stewart there, Kite, day with the kids as they prepare for Wednesday night. He can't wait, so I wonder how they're feeling. This is Rose, almost back to the 20. He's got a try, the second of his career today. Now Rodney has played in every game for them this year. In fact, he's one short. He's in his 13th today, Shane Rodney. I really thought he was a bit of a gamble in signing him. Tilson's gone to the bench for Canberra. Now Alford feeds it along. And Bailey ready to run again. Peasy called out to releasing the tackle. Now Ballon is a metre short of halfway. Last again for Manly. Completion rate is very good. And what about this? A penalty. The last play, Leroy Lars and Shillington involved in the tackle, but that was number 5, and that's why Gus doesn't coach anymore.
It doesn't get any worse than that. You do all the hard work, now all of a sudden you've got to turn around and do it all again. And in the modern game, that many tries are being scored on the back of penalties. Manly will be confident of extending the lead as Jason King takes it forward, and he has been strong early.
And he will play 20 out. Let's go to Wally Lewis, sideline.
Boys, it's very easy to be critical of the side that are 12 points down, but I honestly don't believe I've ever heard a side as quiet as Canberra. There's absolutely no talk going on in their defensive line.
Well, here's Ballon. They'll need to communicate here because there's a runner coming in. It's Robertson. Robertson almost between Croker and Phil Graham. And he did well to stay in the field of play. Now, Siniula is headed centre field and tackled again by Croker. 5 away from the line. Ballon, he's had a good game this afternoon. Foran, nice shape to this attack out the back for Maddai. And a great tackle by Carney. And that's the last for Manly. Rodney, Orford, 15 out, puts up the bomb back towards the wing. Kelly's got it. And that's one of the few flaws in the Manly game today, that kick from Matt Orford, and he is filthy about it too.
Hold!
From the 20-metre line, Shillington with that hit up. Now they're sending out Furling into the match. Having taken off Leroy Lars out the back over the dead ball line. They have got 4 forwards coming off the bench today, and 4 good ones.
Well, no wonder David Furner has gone to his interchange so early as working out of dummy half. Manly have had 14 uses of the football and completed 12 of them. This is just the 8th time that Canberra have had the footy. So it's just over 2-1. As Mark Herbert kicks the football down, and more tackling coming their way.
One bounce to Robertson, who was captain of the Canberra SG ball side way back in 2001. Dragon Jr. now. Williams with it. He's a very apt nickname, T-Rex, the size of this bloke out on the wing. And tackles spells out Sterlo's point. Extra workload for the Canberra Raiders. So they've got Furling, they've got Miller, and they've got Shillington out there. And Thompson may not be too far away. Troy Thompson, the last of their interchange players. Rodney over halfway. Now Orford. And on with Bailey. Bailey is inside the 40. And wants a quick play. The ball doesn't quite get it. Shillington had hold of the leg. Last tackle. Orford's gone very high. Milne's underneath it. Milner's got it. He'll be taken in goal for the 2nd time in the match. Perfect kick from Orford that time.
Yep. Beautifully weighted. It gives the fullback absolutely no chance. As soon as he takes it, he's only a yard out from his own line. It's the 2nd time Orford has executed one of these. Takes it, bang, back into the in goal. And the Manly side will get the ball back again. Yeah, very polished performance. And this type of game they're playing today is very reminiscent of a style they used over a decade ago. They just work it up the sideline, then look for a spread to the middle and play off the back of that. And they're really working over the Canberra Raiders ruck after ruck.
And still with a shower coming across the ground here. Manly with a 12-0 advantage. Ballon, Orford again. The build-up looks promising. And Rodney was taken that time low down by Buttress. And he's into the 20s with his tackle count. Now Rose. There's 1 try. A second would be unbelievable.
Go, Georgie.
Gus is on his side. Not necessarily a good thing. Here's Orford. Ballers come out forward. And Canberra hang on there.
He thought he was a chance of a round-the-corner pass there, Matt Orford. He's a strong player. Thought that he was able to burst through there, and he gets his arm free to pass, but Mark Herbert over the top was able to deny that and force the mistake.
Well, something's got to happen. I mean, I know they haven't had much ball, but we've hardly called the halfback's name, Mark Herbert. He's had a couple of kicks.
Hold!
Campese, very few touches other than a couple of kicks on 5th tackle. Nothing very sparkling from their forwards. They look slow and cumbersome.
And now Croker, and as we said at the top, Gus, this is a side that you're almost reaching the point their season's on the line. And a golden chance against under-strength Manly.
Yeah, they're in trouble at the moment. And the rest will hear what David Furner had to say to them at half-time. On the other side, when a young player comes in to the top grade, first thing I look at is his defence. And young Foran has no problems in that area whatsoever. Some of his one-on-one front-on tackles have been copybook and strong.
Now Suniula for Manly after the kick downfield by Campese. But Manly will work their way through another set. Robertson. And will play it on the 30-metre line.
It's two of the biggest wingers you've ever seen in your life, isn't it, these two? Williams and Suniula. They're monsters.
And just on that Toyota Cup side, Manly top of the table. And without Foran today, ended up with an 18-all draw against the Toyota Cup reigning champs.
And the last play of the game was a Canberra conversion to try and win that game. It was unsuccessful from wide out. Ballon has tackled. Last tackle now against Manly. Kicks towards the touchline.
And gets it over the sideline. And a 10-metre scrum, or a scrum 10 metres out from the Canberra line. And again, you look for any sort of rush to the scrum. There won't be. I know they've done a lot of defence, but this is a sapping performance from Canberra.
Yeah, Manly are relaxed. And you can tell then by Matt Orford just doing a little trick shot down the short side there. A little banana kick that rolled towards the sideline. He had time to compose himself and thought, I'll just try one of these little kicks just off the outside of the foot. Was that little bang, a little bit of a swirler, and just gets it hooking towards the sideline or slicing towards the sideline. So when you're doing that, you're pretty relaxed about where you are in the game.
And now Buttress got away from the marker, Bailey. Quite clear the call of play on from referee Maxwell. And they're back to the 30. Campese infield. Thurling. Cuthbertson came running up out of the line. He's on the field now, Adam Cuthbertson. And Canberra on their 40-metre line, and Kelly it is back to centre field.
Some talk Adam Cuthbertson won't be with Manly next year. Yeah. Salary cap pressure.
After the Sharks, and Perry and Kelly have had a little slanging match in the back as Campese has wrapped up 21 metres from the line. And this is a big chance as now Suniula fields it. Graham it was who had the bust down the centre, but I was watching Perry and the accordance still had a lot of finger pointing at the finish that Perry's looking for him next time round. Oh yeah, elbow from Kelly, big swing.
I'm glad that didn't connect. Would have been picking Josh Perry up at Narrabeen somewhere. He let it go quick, didn't he?
And back to centre field. How good have the footy cards been? And these gold and silver foil cards as well, great for the trade for the kids. $2 with your purchase at the Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph. And if you did miss the start of it all, the start of the series last Sunday, there's a token in today's Sunday Telegraph to help you get up to date. And I think the friendly news agents, if they like Norm, my one, they will help you out. Gus, it's not too late. Get the whole set. Graham gets to dummy half from a rather awkward angle. And now Croker. He's over the 20. He's beaten another. He's got under the limbo stick. And has tackled 15 metres inside his own half. He's a little slow to his feet. In fact, the limbo stick might have got him in the eye. And now Miller's got the ball. He's 8 short of halfway. Cuthbertson front on. And this is Shillington. Cuthbertson was under contract with Manly, but they're expected to make the announcement of Williams and Robertson this week. You just can't keep them all. Now played untidily too by Campese. Herbert goes high. Robertson stands his ground in front of the posts. Robertson with the ball. Life without Brett Stewart continues for Manly, and Robertson did the job there. Oh, Williams almost lost it.
Well, at least the last couple of kicks from the Canberra Raiders have got down deep into Manly territory. They've got to either force an error here or back it up with another great set of 6 their next possession. They're at least starting to level out the field position battle.
Georgie boys off Gus. George Rose is off.
Needs a rest, Georgie.
Only with the ball 31 out from their own line. Bailey slow to his feet after that one. Maria Hargraves is on the field for Manly.
There he is, Big George. Can't have him out there too long. He's a shock tactic.
And he had 5 hit up, 6 tackles, and a try as well into the mix. The kick down for Kelly. Well, if Kelly picked it up, we were looking for Perry. Sunday footy, Manly 8 out from half-time, leading 12-0. At Brookvale Oval, still a shower of rain across here on the northern beaches of Sydney. But the defending premiers, a team on a mission, and that is to move back into the top 8. To do that, they would need to win by more than 5 today after the defeat of Penrith on Friday night. Miller lost the ball in the tackle. It's play on for Manly. Well, if they were looking for impact off the bench players have come up with a few errors here. In Canberra, they've also sent Troy Thompson out there now. So they've used them all inside 32 minutes, the Raiders. Williams. 30 away from the Raiders line. And this is Waria Hargraves, the young man who's signed with the Roosters already. They tell me it's pretty good money as well for a bloke who's only playing his second match in first grade. Orford across with a show of the ball. Foran decides to kick and sends Suliula on a charge, but too much weight on the kick. And a 20-minute restart for Canberra.
Well, the Raiders have been off the pace, but the good news for them is that the scoreboard isn't too far away. 12-0. Well, that can be turned around very, very quickly if they can just get things going a little bit better, and there's certainly evidence of that in the last 5 minutes. They've worked their way into the game. It's taken half an hour, but they're close enough if good enough.
Well, last year they topped the count for being able to score long-range tries that started from inside their own half. In fact, their tally was twice as many as any other team in the NRL, but this year they only scored 4 from that range. But at the moment, that's the sort of thing they need. They need a piece of individual play that will get them there, although that penalty will certainly help. Cuthbert's and a hand on the ball. So Canberra, this will be their best attacking chance of the match.
Well, the try here would give them encouragement. Let's see how they try to craft one. We've seen very little of the halfback Herbert.
And it is Thompson who takes the run off Campuzzi. Tongue takes over dummy half duties with Buttress off the field. Now Shillington picked his mark where he wanted to run back towards Cuthbertson and Bailey. This is Tongue to centre field and on for Herbert. Herbert is cut in half in the tackle by Rodney. 9 metres from the line. Raiders with Miller out in front of Milne. Milne still 5 from the line. Canberra trail by 12. Tongue back with Herbert inside for Thompson. Thompson has spun around in the tackle, and that is the last for Canberra. Tongue out in front, Paul ball, Campuzzi. Campuzzi kicks back to the in goal of Manly. One-handed pick up by Robertson. The result is all right for the Raiders, but the pass out of dummy half wasn't flash.
No, but at least a better flow of possession. They've controlled their last few sets of 6. They earned a penalty. That was a pretty unproductive set of 6, but it's been saved by a smart fifth tackle option by Campuzzi. Now they get the line drop out. They start to get the Manly tackle count up. They've got to produce points.
Third line drop out for the afternoon. Big one. First day by Manly. Now Thompson, very honest player, local junior. And Tongue worked right side. And Harrison was able to offload again on the bounce. Thompson was able to scoop it up. 25 metres from the line. Raiders hoping that Campuzzi puts a stamp on in a moment in attack. He's with the ball. Back for Milne. Milne has got a bit of space. Poker's got the ball now. He's 5 metres out and knocked from behind by Ben Farah. Farah slow to release. 3 away from the line. Campuzzi. Campuzzi met by 2. Bailey there and Foran. Still 5 from the line. Campuzzi towers over the top of Bailey. Scooped up quickly out of Shillington's hands. Play on. Herbert's got it. Inside for Thompson. One-handed offload for Herbert again. Herbert is held 10 from the line by Ballin. Last tackle Canberra. Campuzzi to the in-goal again. Harrison is there for the Raiders. It's whether he got it down cleanly. Campuzzi perfectly weighted. Manly under pressure. Canberra may have their first points.
Well, the kick was very well placed, but it was a difficult one for Bronson Harrison because it was bouncing around, and we'll get another look at that. My first reaction is no try.
I think he slapped it down, Peter.
Yeah, he's onside. That's fine. That's one of the things they were looking at. He's timed his run well. The right hand from Harrison goes down. No try. Knock on.
This will be a 20-metre tap to the Manly side. Still not a great set of 6, but Campuzzi again on tackle 5 is unpredictable. He came up with a nice little poke into the in-goal there. And unluckily they can't get the handle on it. And Manly are get a bit of a let off.
He did do very well there, Terry Campese. He sprinted from the left to the right because he saw that there was a better opportunity on that side. He looked for the pass, but it closed up. So he put the kick through, and they went close. He's cut another chance.
Has lost the ball, so off the bench he's lost the ball. He's conceded a penalty. Unhappy memories of their meeting last year when he was sent from the field. And Manly, despite that, went on to win the match down in Canberra.
And see, that's what happens when you can get the opposition's tackle count up. All of a sudden, these simple things of hitting the ball up over the advantage line aren't so simple anymore when you're under fatigue. Manly, some back-to-back sets of 6. On tackle 2, they turn the ball over. That's where Canberra's been all game.
Now here's Campese bringing Milne into the play. The Wigan support just fell over, and he's hobbling as a result. He's had some bad luck in recent years. Now Miller. I think Phil Graham's in great shape at the moment. He fell over off the ball. He's on the left wing.
That's his birthday. He needs a good afternoon.
15 out from the line here is Tongue, and trapped by Ballard. Could not get the ball away. Was lucky to hold on to it. Now Campese back to the left. Wanted to throw a short pass and then has lost the ball. Oh dear, this Canberra side today. Think of the words lacklustre.
Well, I saw them play a few weeks ago against South Sydney out at ANZ Stadium, and they were terrific. And on that occasion, the halfback Herbert had a stormer of a game. Campese wasn't there, and Herbert took it upon himself to run the play. But when Campese is in the side, it's like Herbert just sits out the back and allows the 5'8" to run proceedings. I think he's got to be a little bit more dominant, the 7.
Robertson did well there, put a lovely fend on David Milne, fullback on fullback. That doesn't happen all that often. Remember Origin Wednesday night, how can you forget? It is a colossal matchup as Queensland look to win a 4th straight series. New South Wales desperate to square it. And ANZ Stadium, the lone match in Sydney for the year, that's the venue. And we're told around about 5,000 tickets still available. But it's going to be in excess of 75,000 in the crowd. And now Orford, a short kick over the top, but it bounces in a friendly fashion for Milne. So Canberra one last set before half-time. Kelly, Foran, if you missed it. It's the opening minutes of the match. Kieran Foran on debut, came up with a try. And only his 2nd touch of the ball in first grade. And there he is in defence again for him. And his tackle count is 17, which is only a couple behind the #1 man, Bailey. And I don't think he's missed one. Now Herbert will try a short kick, a little deflection. Rodney's back there, man taken out. As Carney got through, Manly play on for Orford. Orford scurries away, the little bloke. He's inside the 20. Manly get one last shot before half-time. What a chance. Wawira Hargraves for Cuthbertson, over the top, oh he has to catch it, it was called forward, and now they say offside. So you got the 2 referees, one saying forward pass, the other referee saying, well, I'm playing advantage for inside the 10.
No, that's what I said, he came at you, but
Manly would say we wouldn't have thrown it forward if they were onside.
Well, normally the advantage is played for about 10 metres. Did they go any further than 10 before the pass was thrown? As if they did, the advantage had been taken. But now now they opt to kick for goal.
Yeah, and I want to be careful here, Canberra, because if Orford doesn't kick this goal, it is a chance for a nice quick chase to maybe even score a try. Orford will be trying to kick the goal, but if he happens to hook it a little bit, these Manly players should be steaming through after it.
Well, Williams and Maddai, the players to look out for out on the left. I'd love it if he hooked it. Even if it was a set move, let's see what he does. Little stutter on the run in, and he's hit it off the boot perfectly. Don't worry about the blokes out on the left. He's added another 2 to the scoreline going to the break. And a very competent first half of football from... Ready then for the second half. Manly doing what they haven't had to do at any other stage in the match, and that is kick off. And it is Shillington with the first run back for the Raiders. And back beyond the 10-metre line. But needless to say, Raiders need to be first to score in their second half. Now Thompson with it. They played a team last week that came back from a 10-point deficit. That was the Sharks. Got a drop ball like that from Bronson Harrison in the first set, and only the third tackle is hardly the way to start proceedings. I don't know whether there's a player in their side that's made more than one handling error. It's almost as if whatever they've got has been spread right across the team today. Only fewer innocent of errors. This is young Foran, 23 away from the line. Canberra's end of the field. Matai, goal right on half-time, opening up that lead to more than 2 converted tries now. Cuthbertson wasn't able to offload, but we know his abilities in that department. Infield for Perry. Perry had a bit of a spat with Brett Kelly in the first half. May or may not grow in this second half. Now Orford has thrown it flat for Rodney. 3 metres from the line. That one dummy half. And throws it back deep for Orford, and then I don't think Perry was intended to get it. It hit him rather than Perry having a go at the footy. Last tackle, Orford kicks across to the corner. Milne's getting across there. Graham's there as well. And nice work from Phil Graham.
I'm at the 20, mate.
Well, he got good body position. The kick helped. In fact, it was going a little bit deep, but he was able to get his back in between the chasers and the football. And comfortable in the end. High tackle there on Shillington. Play on, down the short side through Campese.
Well, it was for and against Sterlo, and he certainly shows no fear. Just taking on the front rower and stopped him in his tracks. Thompson, 5 short of halfway for Canberra.
I think that will do too, Andrew, is give the players around him enormous confidence. You've got a young man coming in and hasn't been up there with them before, but when they see that...
Kelly's getting through here. Sorry, Sterlo, because Williams was taking his time on the kick from Herbert, and Kelly, he just had sights for the footy.
Well, I was starting to talk faster because you could see that things were coming to a head for Tony Williams. It's the hair and the tortoise in that last 15 metres.
Well, to the point where that replay shows that Kelly might have got a hand to it first, and if he did, then it would be 20-metre restart Manly. That's a pretty close call, Gus, that one. I'm sure Kelly's got a hand to this. There you go. And Shillington runs back for Canberra.
Yeah, that's sure now.
You're a funny man, Joshy.
Raiders,
funny man.
28 out from the line. Tongue, Herbert. Looking forward to seeing you in that maroon blazer on the race next Sunday, Gus. And for the rest of the year.
You'll be washing my car, baby.
25 metres out from the line. Tongue inside for Thompson. 15 metres out from the line. Canberra trailing 14-0. 3.5 into the second half it is. With Tongue and Campese for Milne. And they had to come in from the centres. Farah to make a vital tackle.
Campese in trouble.
Then left behind, holding his head. Tongue with the ball. Orford came up. So too Iria Hargraves. Campese's okay. And they need him on the last tackle as well. Herbert's got the ball. Herbert right up to the line. Kick there. And taken dead by Robertson. And it's another line dropout.
That little runaround play there by Alan Tongue in the middle of the field shows that there's no talk in this Canberra side because no one in the outside knew what was going on. This is the shot on Campese. He got a little bit of a shoulder on the chin, no worries there. He's up and ready to go. But they're really out of sorts at the moment. They would love a try just to settle the nerves.
Very early change in the second half. Rodney taken from the field, limping for Manly. Shillington with the ball for Canberra. 31 metres out from the line. Tongue, Josh Miller. Here's a goer. He will try to lift them. Taken down there by Perry. Tongue, Shillington, back to centre field. No one pushing up with him if he could offload.
Yeah, no support whatsoever. Had to take the tackle himself.
Tongue, Thompson, Campese. And up they come again. It's at like Foran. Look at him. Wants to bulldog into ground. Good stuff from Kieran Foran. Away from the line, and this is Herbert. And Shillington's got a third touch in the set. It's come off the chest of Tongue. Play on. Campese able to run it. He's 8 metres out. This was fearing they were going to go across for a try there, then go back to the video ref. Harrison, infield for Herbert. Herbert off the legs there of Wairia Hargraves. And onto the ball goes Perry. And not all that impressive, Canberra's work there. So that was the bump off Tongue, and in the meantime, Canberra concede a penalty. Manly piggybacked out of trouble, and in just a moment they'll be close enough to halfway.
Penalty count now, I think it's about 5 or 6 to 2 in favour of Manly, and the reason for that is that Manly are forcing the pace. They force the issue, and referees tend to go with the side that has the energy about them.
And that's not something Canberra are used to this season. They are the least penalised team in the competition to this stage. So the discipline has been very, very good, but Manly making it tough in that area as Cuthbertson to work in his game after some early mistakes.
Absolute tragedy if they've got to lose him for salary cap. Gee, I hate that.
Now Orford inside with Hall. There's another bloke who'll be leaving at the end of the year. He's off to Bradford. 39 metres away from the line. Now with Perry. Perry's stats today. Double figures in the hit-ups. 30 metres away from the line. Ballon and on to Wairia Hargraves. It is last tackle Manly. 22 metres out from the line. Orford will kick across, put pressure on Kelly this time. Kelly right on the goal line. Kelly. And in fact, the referee said he got both feet planted in goal for a 20-minute restart. Orford wasn't so sure.
No, that's an interesting call. There was a bit of a shuffle there from the catcher as Kelly.
Oh! They have got him. Wairia Hargraves has got Kelly. They've been waiting for him to come centre field since the first half, where he threw a punch at Josh Perry.
Here's the take. Yeah, he got 1 foot down in the in goal before he took that, so that's okay. But what's the boot big hit here? Get that India. Get back out on the wing and don't come back in here again.
What were you doing there in the first place?
Jared may say that's from the mate Josh with love. Now here's Orford. He's 15 from the line. Manly lifted by that tackle from Wairia Hargraves. Glad there's only one hyphen in the side now. Cuthbertson's got the ball. He's 10 out from the line. Quick play the ball. In fact, he lost it. Second half, which hasn't gone according to plan for either team, it has to be said. But right now, Canberra with a scrum feed, and Herbert swings it from Kelly. Quick hands on. Carney stumbled on the 10-metre line. You know, it's expected that more than 100 cases of breast cancer will be diagnosed this year in men. Donate to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Visit www.nbcf.org.au and help fund the prevention and cure of breast cancer, part of the NRL's One Community program. Shillington is only too happy to be involved in. Shillington is held up 15 metres short of halfway. Tongue at Campese, and Campese not played at the ball on the bounce, fielded by Siniula. Confident Campese earlier in the year was running the ball many times on the last when he shaped the kick. Today now Farah. Second game for Manly, the former Cowboy.
It'll be a tough week for him, Campese. He'll be very disappointed about not being in that Origin game on Wednesday night. Some players really rise to that sort of challenge. Other players can let it worry them, and he's certainly been a little out of sorts today. And so too his team. They came here with a great chance to win a very important game, and they just haven't aimed up as yet.
Orford again, he's making a lot of ground, running the football, loving it. Last tackle, 20 metres out from the line. Ballon, some of the Canberra players took off early. That's knocked down by Carney. Tackle counters where he started. That was unfortunate. It was a reflex action. The ball kicked at his face, more or less. Cuthbertson, Wairia Hargraves. Right in front of the Canberra post, 12 metres from the line. And he has lost it in playing it. Last time it was Cuthbertson, same spot on the field. This time Waria Hargraves.
That was a lazy effort. And these are the little things that when you come into first grade, you make these mistakes and you learn that you've got to concentrate and have attention to detail in every little bit you do. Just a simple act of getting up and playing the ball. You've got to concentrate.
And you'll be fully penalised in these kind of conditions as well. It's difficult to hold a football, a greasy ball out there at the best of times.
Today, the Tigers beaten by 2 by Melbourne. The Dragons. Now Miller with the ball for the Raiders.
We had a send-off in that game today. Dane Nielsen was sent from the field in the 74th minute. I think that's the first send-off this year, isn't it?
It is indeed, as Campese has driven this from well inside the 30. Don't worry about the 40. Robertson back for it. It was a mighty kick from Campese. A little bit of breeze at his back, but not a great deal. Manly start a set on their own 10. And Suniula it is. 15 out from his own line. Foran, interesting, given a break. Off to the bench, had a bit of cramp there down at the other 20. Gives Heath Lestrange a chance to get out there, get a little bit of more game time than he's had lately. Manly 15 metres inside their own half.
Yeah, it's easily covered. You just put Chris Bailey out to where he's been playing as King takes it forward. You've got both Lestrange and Ballon out there now. Ballon players are running forward very comfortably as Matt Orford drives it. And the number 19, Kelly,
Look out.
will eventually get it. Now he's got it.
Look up. Kelly running out. Who does he want to run at? He runs into the knees of Ballon as he dived in low. 5 metres out from their own line. Now David Milne. And he's lost it! He's lost it in front of the post! And Waria Hargraves has been presented a try. They just want to check it with video referee Paul Sitkins. But if it's a try to the big bloke with a hyphen, will there ever be an easier try? Will there ever be a bigger gift?
Well, it looks good. And it's a good chase for him to be down there with his teammates. As Milne goes out of dummy half, Hall makes the tackle. Didn't appear to be playing at the football. If he did, I think it was one-on-one anyway, and it's popped straight into the arms of Waria Hargraves. No, he's just lost that. And this will be a try, and this may well be the game. 20-0. Canberra aren't playing well enough to reel that in.
Well, the decision comes through, and it is a try, and we understand they did examine the offside. Paul Simpkins had a look and said, sweet. Orford successful. It's 20-0, Wally Lewis sideline.
And very tough for David Milne on that occasion. He's probably been the Raiders' safest player until that particular incident there, trying to take the ball away from the ruck. Good pressure from the marker. Turned the ball over. Very disappointing. A shocking start for the Raiders. But there was some bad news for Manly. Shane Rodney, the lock forward for the Seagulls, has left the field. Ligament damage to the left knee. Won't be returning.
Restarted play with Lestrange and Waria Hargraves. You see potential in him. There's no question of that. And not a lot of rugby league experience. Was with the Waratahs in 07, or in the Waratahs squad in rugby. And now the Roosters have snared him for the next couple of seasons. Cuthbertson to play it short of the 30. Lestrange, Waria Hargraves. He's 15 metres short of halfway. It's 9 hit-ups, and then he's got a try next to his name. Now King. Foundation laid early. King and Perry started very well for Manly today. Out of dummy half goes Lestrange with a kick. David Milne hasn't had an afternoon that he'll be riding home about. This Canberra side staring down 20 points to 0. They've got time to get out of this, but what they've shown us today, I just don't know where to look, where the try will come from. And Leroy Lars and a big hit. Waria Hargraves is fancying his chances today. Man who went for the big hit almost ended up on the deck. It was Leroy Lars, and The bloke wearing the 15 is looking to leave a mark. 21 away from the line. Herbert quickly on with Milne, and then Herbert again over the top. Carney's got the ball. Kelly's got a chance. Don't worry about it. He's dropped his lollies all over the ground. 20 points to 0. Manly lead the hapless Raiders. Well, Gus didn't have time to slip in a no, but it was certainly worthy of it. Kelly with a chance to score in the corner, and the ball went over the side.
Well, it's their best movement, and they were forced into it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he saw 3 footballs still from that hit earlier, and he picked the wrong one to try and catch. But that's the best I can do for him.
And despite a 20-0 scoreline, Des still looks like he's lost his last 10. And here is Orford, sliding short of the 40. He's been very good today, Matt Orford, captain of this side. And medal winner from last year, and now King, almost back to halfway. Des Hasler. What about Ferner and Millwood, the coaching panel of the Raiders? Kelly will have another run at them. Who does he want to run at?
I reckon these are your most frustrating days as a coach. You know, you work week in, week out with the troops, and they turn up and they play and they're enthusiastic. And you know, some weeks they win, some weeks they lose, but you're on a forward path. And then all of a sudden, you turn up on a Sunday and your team does this. They play without energy, without cohesion, they're uninspiring. And you sit there and scratch your head and think, why? What's got into them this week? And it's just so lethargic.
Played by Leroy Lars again. The treatment on him was good. Campese's tried to chip. They're getting through. But look who's there, the king. Not Wally, but Jason is back for it. Front rowers diving to catch chip kicks.
They're not related, are they, Wally and Jason King? That's a great effort, isn't it?
Well, he's wearing maroon at least, Jason King. Smart young fella. Former law student, and Cuthbertson tackled 45 metres out from the line. Manly at 20 points to 0. Here's King again. And now on for Bailey. Why not run at them? He does that. Taken down by Croker. Last tackle, 30 out. They'll look to Orford. He's ready to go with a high one. Kelly getting across there. So is Carney. He's got it. Justin Carney onto the ball. And the NRL Dream Team Fantasy Competition rolls on in 09. Did you know you can follow your Dream Team scoring live on your mobile phone? Go to www.nrl.com for details. I don't know whether watching Canberra today would be much of a dream. There's Milne to play it, Maddai. Blitzing there. Campese's launched another from inside the 40. And I don't know, the touch judge to give us a decision. He says outside the 20. The man who didn't pick up Jared Haynes' foot on the sideline, Jeff Eunice, says it's gone short of the 20 from 30 away. I'll trust his side.
Be nice.
I am. I'm just saying, I'm just making a comparison. He is the same touch judge, the same sideline official.
Well, again, he's kicked this a long way, has Terry Campese. 32 metres out from his own line. He's had good success earlier in the season and last year in kicking 40-20s. He's a pretty good exponent of it. And again, it's probably an indication of the afternoon they're having that it was just missed.
It's very dark here at the moment. Doesn't seem dark on your TV screens, but the lights have taken effect here at Brookvale. Not worrying the fans though. They're enjoying their Sunday afternoon out at Brookie. Love their Sunday footy here on the North Shore.
Cuthbertson away to Maddai. Maddai's away. Kelly has got him, but only just. He was searching for top gear there, Steve Maddai. He's hurt again. Now for Bailey, on with Orford, across and inside for Hall. 25 metres from the Canberra line. One team with a lot of petrol still left in the tank. It's the Seagulls. And here is Robertson. He's offloaded, intercept. Campese up with the ball. And Canberra out of trouble. but only a thread they hang on to in this match.
Take nothing away from Manly, though. I know we've been very critical here of the Raiders, and I'll say again, the Raiders are poor, but there's a lot of energy here from Manly.
Robertson down and
Time out, horse.
a bit of trouble here. A lot of pain.
Yeah, Michael Robertson hasn't moved
Matt, time's out.
since getting avalanched after sliding through. In fact, it was almost a tackle reminiscent of the Braithen Nasta one last night. It was Phil Graham. Oh.
I think he's had a headbutt with the King here.
Yeah,
Bang.
that's exactly what's happened.
The King's got him.
The Scottish international and a 3-try grand final hero from last year. Canberra have launched another kick which just refuses to go over the sideline. It only just touched the line. It's another enormous kick from Campese, and now Canberra with Buttress to centre field. They just about are at the stage, if they come up with some sort of miraculous comeback, they have to score in this set. Leroy Lars will go close for them. Just a metre away from the line. Canberra and Buttress a dummy half. Back deep for Herbert. Herbert inside, and Carney met front on by Cuthbertson and also by Ballon. They may look to spread wide to the left this time. Buttress out the back for Tongue, can't flick it away. Held up the tackle of Hall. Still, it is not done with any great speed. Canberra's attack today. Milne on to Croker. Croker, fast-moving defence is up there to make the tackle. Last it is for Canberra. They roll the dice down the short side. They score. It's Thurling who goes over. They're on the board. It's taken 61 minutes. And where there's life, there is hope. It is 20-4.
We have a quarter of this game still to go, and the Raiders in a situation where they needed to score at a point a minute. Well, they've got the first 4. Last tackle play, well read. Space down that short side. Been some great defence previous to that from Manly, with a lot of it coming up and in from that side. So it's no real surprise that they were a bit short in numbers, with players unable to get back in time. And that was an unstoppable run there from Trevor Thurling. And a faint glimmer of hope.
A faint glimmer of hope. I would say that's one of the more optimistic thoughts I've heard.
It's flickering a touch more than it was 2 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, yes, we can say that.
Campese with a shot. He's back kicking. He's got it off the upright. It's over. That helps. It's 20-6. Wally sideline.
And 2 Sea Eagles players on the ground from that tackle. Steve Maddai and Michael Robertson were the players. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion over who was exactly going to go to the right-hand side, where he was in defence, Robertson, but you've got to reward Canberra. They seem to have lifted their game a fair notch in their second half, but they're going to have to score at least another one within 5 minutes to get back into the contest.
So not over just yet. Alford restarts play. Manly only just onside, close to the crossbar. The restart. The running of Leroy Lars has been ferocious today, but the way they've handled him, it's been pretty impressive too, the Manly defence. No player has run harder than Leroy Lars for Canberra, but he's not been able to punch a hole in the Manly tackling. Heath Lestrange was hurt that time. Looks like a problem to the thumb. And now for Harrison.
Very interesting to hear the Manly defence yell out offload, offload when Harrison took the ball forward. He's been strong in that department this season, and they were very aware of it.
And Milne well picked up there by Croker. And Croker, just a teenager in this first grade side, held up on halfway, and I'm going to say grapple, I think. Yeah, well,
Wait.
I don't think anywhere near damage was done, but they're saying prolonged contact around the neck. But I don't think there's much to it.
Don't start me, Bossy.
Now centre field, it is a chance though for Canberra. Logan, Herbert. It's 20 from the line. Well, Wally said they need to score within the next 5. They're in position to do so. Buttress, Tongue, a dummy inside to Logan. He has a go again. Gets it back. Buttress kept it alive. Herbert onto Harrison. Harrison got it away this time. Carney with the ball. Carney is tackled by King. 5 away from the line at 20 points to 6. Buttress back for Herbert. Kept going for Campese. It drops, then gets it to a flat-footed Milne. Around the back to Herbert, then on to Croker. He straightens up. Now he steps. Great tackle, Ballard. Gets him straight off his feet. 11 metres away from the line. Canberra still attacking with a little more zest now as Milne off an inside ball from Campese. 8 away from the line on tackle number 4. It is Buttress to Campese. Floats it over the top. On the bounce. Carney's got it. Carney scores for Canberra. They've got another one. Now that faint glimmer is just a glimmer. We lose the faint. No, it's 20 to 10.
It's not a glimmer. It was a flicker, and now the faint flicker has been fanned. The conversion coming up. All of a sudden, with plenty of time left in this game, time is not a huge problem at the moment. There's a clever little pass over the top there. The bounce was a good one for the try scorer. He burrowed in low and strong. And with a possible 8-point gap with time on the clock, maybe Canberra have the belief that they can come up with something quite miraculous. Yeah, strong charge there. Gets the football down. 2 in a couple of minutes.
What do you make of this, Gus?
Well, Vossi, if Canberra win this, I'll wash your car. I can't see them winning this.
Campese unsuccessful. It's 20 to 10. That's not fatal, the miss, but he still would have liked to get it with 13 to go.
On the run. Josh, Jason.
And Orford restarts again for Manly. So 20 points to 10 and 13 minutes remaining. And another big shot gone for from the kickoff, Cuthbertson. Drop ball here from Canberra would be an absolute momentum killer. Logan 30 away from the line. Now Buttress out left side, Campese, but it's the speed of the Canberra play which has picked up. And that certainly helped. By Leroy Lars and Tongue doing all he can, the Canberra captain. 42 away from their own line. Herbert gets outside the 40 before kicking. He's got it down to Robertson, who's got every right to still be clearing the cobwebs here. Michael Robertson runs. Well, he looked like he was going to go across field, which would have been awfully dangerous. Oh, he's almost lost the ball as well. He has lost the ball. Robertson lost it. The pocket referee had a close look. The control referee had a look. The sideline officials, they said it's clear for Canberra.
Well, they need to tune in, Canberra. The scrum should already be set and time should be called off. Michael Robertson, he was in danger by staying up tall of getting pushed back into the in-goal area. And he's saying that there was a hand involved. May well have been.
Yeah, that's good. You've got to take the odds to it in those situations.
Comes down to ball security.
So time back on now. Herbert to work the scrum, and Carney tries to burrow straight through the centre. Be a little dangerous to do that sort of play with an opportunity for a full set this close to the line. Campese, Milne. He's taken 10 away. Another good one there by Ben Farah. Well, this is quite extraordinary that Canberra find themselves in the contest. Leroy Larson's got it away. Raiders will score again. Graham is over in the corner. And now it's 20 points to 14. The Green Machine. It is a roll-in here at Brookvale.
Oh, then look at your car on the way in too, Bossy. It's very, very muddy with the way conditions have been. As Canberra, now 3 in the space of possibly 6 minutes here. They tried the alley-oop up the middle, were penalised against Parramatta earlier this season. But they go the side where Ben Farah has come into marker. He gets back, and the offload with 3 men on him was the beauty from Leroy Lars. And then just some quick hands. That's a great offload. Quick hands there. Buttress. Better ball from Croker on to Graham. Mentioned earlier, it is his birthday. there's some sort of present. A bigger present would be an unbelievable victory.
His first try of the year, Phil Graham.
So this was the tactics, eh? Let them get to 20-0, pretend you don't care, pretend you're not trying, and then suddenly zoom home at the death.
Inside drove a dirty, great big hammer. Augusta Wash.
They can't win this.
And here's the kick from Campese. It's out to the right, and now that last kick becomes quite a critical miss at 20-14 with 10 to go. Wally.
Well, it's remarkable how a game can change in just a few moments, and so can the whole outlook of a team. The Canberra Raiders have been racing back. They're all suddenly talking to each other. They honestly believe now that they have a real fair chance of being able to win this game. It could be a great game of footy over the next 10 minutes.
They were down by 20 with 18 to go. 20 points to nil, and Thurling got the first try. 4 minutes later, it's Carney. 3 minutes on from that, it's Graham. And here they come. The mighty Raiders with Dane Tilse. Tackled 15 metres out from the Canberra line. And now Carney with it. Tilse is not able to offload, and quite a wrestle back to the 40. Tackle number 4. They'll kick early from inside the 40. Big kick from Herbert. And Robertson is across there for Manly. Still dirty that they ruled a drop ball against him, and Robertson is tackled 29 metres out from his own line with 9 minutes remaining. We had a draw in the Toyota Cup with a conversion attempt after the full-time siren. Heath Lestrange goes right side. Bailey is chopped down in the tackle. Over the top there was Logan.
We saw Brett Cannoli make a bird of the victory on Friday night with a drop goal. It all surprising Matt Orford takes the opportunity as soon as it presents itself. He's got the football now. Inside ball to George Rose. A bit too far out to take that attempt. They'll just drive it down deep in the corner or over the sideline. He opts for the latter.
Orford and Milne will not take a risk with it, so Canberra will want to stop the clock quickly again here.
And that's where those conversions from Campese were important, because if he kicks either one of those goals, the field goal doesn't rescue Manly. They'd have had to play to full time and come up with another score another way. The Raiders stop the clock, but he's got a head out of the scrum, so we'll blow time on, even though Manly are nowhere near ready and stalling for time.
Yeah, this is where it becomes a farce. The referee doesn't make a call on the other team wasting time.
We know it's a farce. Why don't they know it's a farce?
They tried to solve a problem by creating another problem. Here is Kelly. He's tackled 15 metres out from the line.
I know the problem.
That's a problem.
It's a heap of problems.
I know the problem.
Now Milne's there. 7.5 minutes to get the car wash. Now Canberra with the ball, and Tilse has got it. He's over the 30. Taken down there by Perry. Canberra up against the Premiers. Manly needing to win by more than 5 to move into the top 8. The margin is 6 at the moment. Played by Logan. Buttress. Campese inside. I noticed they took Leroy Glass off, which was quite a surprise given how he was going for Canberra. Last tackle back to Campese. He was in 2 minds there. He decides to go as high as possible. Robertson does well. Robertson away from Herbert.
Well, they both did very well. Terry Campese came up with the right kick. That was the good option, to put it high and put some pressure on Robertson, and Robertson handled it beautifully. Swirling ball, difficult to take. Gus pointed out, quite dark here. Williams in front of by 3.
Williams set up the first try with a lovely offload. Now Perry headed back towards the wing, 30 metres out from the Manly line.
It's sometimes hard to get going when you're in cruise control like Manly were, leading 20-0, not pressured at all, and suddenly the opposition goes bang, bang, bang. It's hard to get back into your A-game rhythm.
And the only try they scored in the second half was an absolute gift to Wairia Hargraves from a drop ball from this man, Dave Milne, just 2 metres out from his own line. Canberra, they've still got the 6-point deficit to deal with. Tilse, 5 minutes inside their own half, the Raiders on tackle 2 with 6 minutes remaining. And this is Thurling, one of the try scorers inside Manly's half. Now 45 metres away from the Seagulls line. Buttress, flat ball, Tongue, likewise to Milne, no support, tips over the top of Robertson. Orford is back there, Orford is taken in goal. It's a line drop out. I had no trouble with the check Robertson on Milne, but it's still a result for Canberra.
No, the fullback can't disappear. The good thing for Canberra is the fact that they will get the football back on another set. Just didn't go deep enough, and he did get checked. Orford there to clean up. The chase was excellent.
You got no problem with the check there.
Hang on a sec.
You,
no, I'd probably do just a fraction.
Yeah, but then you worry about blokes getting hit when they get a dummy thrown through them.
It's an argument from somewhere else, Gus. I've never argued with you on that issue. I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Gus.
Okay. As long as you're on my side.
18 metres behind you. And here is the Raiders with the ball 15 metres out from the line.
Good run, Shillington.
Robertson did go out with his hands, though, when you watch that replay. And now Tongue with the ball, 11 away. Out for Herbert. Herbert on the Milne. Oh, where is the T-Rex? The T-Rex from the prehistoric times has rocked David Milne. Now the ball with Harrison. He's done a great big hit with the ball. Then Buttress. They tried to strip Buttress here in the ball. A gloomy afternoon at Brookvale. Manly looking to hang on. Campese, quick run around. The ball out wide. 3-man overlap. They've kept it alive, but to no one. Buttress goes back for it. There were 3 men unmarked on the outside. Last tackle, Canberra. Tongue, Campese. Campese is held. Now it's with Tills. Tills throws it like a watermelon. Out to Harrison. Harrison keeps alive. Tills has got it again. Tills is held in a changeover.
How didn't they score?
Leave it there.
Well, Black, I know how he didn't score, because Tony Williams was in the way. And Suniula there as well, but the runaround created. Just didn't get there.
There were 3 men on the outside of Andrew Suniula. And he came up with a tackle in only his 3rd first-grade match. Matt High, a man from America Samoa, produced that tackle. And now Heath Lestrange is up to halfway. For the Seagulls and the crowd that are here that have endured the wet conditions, they get vocal as Foran is back out there. And it goes for Suniula. 39 from the line. It's a long way for Orford to snap the point. With 3 to go, but I think he might be thinking about it. He decides to go high across field. Carney underneath it. Oh, Carney almost lost it. The ball bounced off his hands and into his chin. On the 20, tackle number 1. Now Kelly put down to the tackle with Ballin, who's been very strong for Manly today. 29 tackles now. This is Tills. He offloaded that time. Good pick up by Buttress. Centre field, but a long way to travel. 2.5 to go. They're 15 inside their own half. Tongue to the right side. Herbert passes to Harrison. Harrison squeezes a pass, and Manly have got it. Maddai onto the ball, and in fact, they will say knock on Manly. Not against Canberra. It's a knock on against Manly. There was a pass from Harrison that was definitely backwards.
Stay down.
And the sideline official, Steve Chitty, got that man, Steve Chitty, got Steve Maddai for a drop ball. For a little fumble. Well, let's just see where Maddai goes for the ball. Anyway, Thurling with it for Canberra. They're still in the match somehow. 2 minutes remain.
Well, they would love a penalty. Another very strong run there from Shillington over halfway.
That is tackle 2, Sterling. And now they've got Leroy Lars back out there for one last burst, and he's lost it in trying to pass. They may get one last use of the football. Manly will take their time with this set. And George Rose it is, who's over halfway for the Seagulls. One last miracle play is the only hope for Canberra here. 40 metres away from the line. But to be fair, they don't deserve to win or get a shot at Golden Point. King will play it. Just over a minute remaining. King's got the cramp.
Bring it in.
They have blown time off. And now Heath Lestrange. This will take it up the tackle forward, Perry. Orford is positioned centre field. They take it over the sideline. Here it is, Orford chips over the top. Milne's across there. Milne has got it. Milne had a bit of shepherding there from Kelly. Heads to centre field, hit by Foran. Another tackle from the young bloke. 40 seconds remain. Tongue scoops it up for Kelly. Out the Croker. Good defence by Manly. Bailey over the top with Farah. They're 5 away from their own line. How they wish that could be the other end of the field. Now they go wide. I think it was Kelly who threw it wide. Out to Harrison. Harrison has turned him around. Carney ducks his head into the defence. Maddo makes the tackle. 15 seconds to go. One last shot for Canberra. Herbert across to Campese. And it comes for Milne. A pass on the bounce to Graham. Graham tries to chip over the top. It's gone over the sideline. And the Premiers are in the top 8 for the first time this year. Manly has moved into the top 8. A match they had entirely in their keeping with 18 to go. They led 20-0. And then the Raiders put on 3 tries. And we end up with a scoreline of Manly 20, Canberra 14.